Hold on, why is he not so excited? He
I
seems
know.
so tired.
Tell me something.
Hello, everyone. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Pierce Brosnan.
And I'm Win. Wait, that's Win. And today, we're back with another episode of the Continuity Crew podcast. And today, we're talking about DC Fandome. We were supposed to do our DC Rewrite Part 3 this week, but we'll move it again because, you know, that's just been the style of our DC Rewrite in general. So we're going to go through a list that I have of everything that was announced, talk about our thoughts on it, maybe watch a couple of the things they put out. We'll see. So
You're getting more DC stuff. You're welcome.
hell yeah. They've been holding out on me because, God, this stuff.
Man, Marvel's been killing it, so now we're going to do this one.
And we'll probably get a Spider-Man trailer that will make us all forget about this in a week or two. So who's really winning?
And then after, wait,
They'll give them a week to have their time in the sun.
isn't Doctor Strange supposed to come out like the same time as Batman?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder how that's going to go.
I think
There's gonna be another
it,
war.
yeah, it'll
World
be
War III
interesting.
won't be about countries. It will be about the two different.
That'll be
Marvel DC
interesting.
stuff.
I wonder, I think Batman's supposed to be R though. I don't know if that's,
Oh.
so that'll change money.
Wait, really?
I think.
Cool. There we go. That's the Batman we deserve.
Yeah, you're damn right. So we'll just start off. The show kicked off with Black Adam. We had the thing playing right here, but The Rock was like,
Yeah, we're gonna take over superheroes movies.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is nothing like ever in a genre, whatever. And I could kind of see that. Black Adam getting his own movie could be super interesting.
We've already seen like one of the most interesting DC movies.
Who?
Watchmen.
Yeah, well, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's true. But I think it could be interesting. I do like The Rock as Black Adam. He was casted, I think it was 2007. I saw that recently. So he was casted as Black Adam before the MCU had started.
Yeah.
And 14 years later,
if you think about it,
Actually,
Spider-Man started all of it. So.
yeah.
And then it became a thing.
Well,
then if you think about it, Batman did a thing, and now he shows up in Flash, so that's also a multiverse starter.
Who
But if you
knows?
think about it even more, Captain America showed up. I don't actually think.
Who
he showed
does,
up.
man?
I know. It's just now it's just a
hey,
fight
you
who
know
did it
what?
first.
I'll give it all up to Adam West.
Yeah. You know, if you think about it,
If you think
if
about
if they could, they'd bring him back and put him in the
they
Flash movie.
they put the old Robin in the Crisis of Infinite Earths.
Yeah, they did,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Yeah, I
forget
saw
his
that.
name. Yeah, so Black Adam kicked it off. We're excited. He literally vaporizes a guy. So
That's cool.
yeah, it's cool.
Is this still in Shazam verse?
I would think so. I think we'll get a post credit scene of like Shazam, but I don't think we'll see them face off or anything. Maybe we'll see who's the guy who's in Guardians, the black guy, and he was in the first Shazam.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I always forget his name.
Are you talking about like
He's got a memorable.
Star-Lord?
Yeah, that guy.
Don't remember his
He's
name.
got a memorable.
He's in
name.
every. Oh yeah, he was the wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like maybe a young version of him or something, because they did mention Black Adam kind of in the. Oh yes.
He's in every franchise.
Did
He was in Fast and Furious.
God damn it. Jamon Hansu. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see him pop up probably. But then after that, they talked about The Flash, the TV series, and kind of revealed a new costume. The Flash has his boots now in the show. I'll probably finish up The Flash whenever it's on Netflix.
What, the show?
The show. I need to watch 7 and 8 because I've seen all of Arrow. Supergirl's about to wrap up too, I'm pretty sure. So I don't
fall from grace.
I don't think I'll watch Supergirl.
I hate Supergirl.
I watched the first 2 seasons and I was just like, this ain't it, Chief.
the show, not the character.
But
I
at
love the
least,
character, but-
you know what? At least we got that. That's something in hindsight, like the Flash, Arrow, especially Supergirl. We got like Martian Manhunter, how good or bad it looked or how good or bad the character was. We got him in live action before. It's cool. I respect the CW shows in a way. Not by their content, but like what we've seen, which is hypocritical, but whatever. Yeah, the Flash has the boots though. I'm sure they'll wrap it up poorly. Not being optimistic whatsoever. But then we talked about a little bit about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which I don't know if I'm excited for this.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Apparently there's I saw this actually, this one, talking about how Jason Momoa was talking about how like we're gonna be talking about like in world or real world stuff like trash and all that kind of thing, like climate change and all that. So I don't know how they're gonna deal with that, because Manta is in this movie and Amber Heard's in this movie, and
Yeah, Abdul.
yeah, I don't know how how do you deal with that in a movie like this? So
we'll
maybe
see.
Show a few turtles with like
My boy Patrick Wilson's back though.
Patrick Wilson's back with the blonde hair.
Love it. I hope Jason Momoa teased he might go be blonde at some point in this movie. So classic Aquaman blonde hair would be pretty cool.
Yeah. It's not your daddy's Aquaman.
We'll see.
Man, I'm so curious about how they're gonna handle the whole Amber Heard thing.
Yeah.
The whole Amber Heard situation, because in this you only see her twice, I think, two or three times maybe, and like they're very short clips. They're like maybe even less than a second probably, but it looks like they're gonna wait this out. I mean, if you look at the comments on this, it's like, oh wow, they're really trying to avoiding Amber Heard's.
Yeah, I bet she dies, dude. Because the fact they didn't drop it, like Disney would have dropped her. I feel like.
Yeah, they would.
I feel like any other company would have, but
I mean, they technically did with like what's her name from Mandalorian?
Gina Carano.
Yeah, almost immediately.
Well, she was more political. This was more of like a home standing.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But still, like I don't know, just the controversy in
Yeah.
general. Yeah, so. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Fire Amber Heard, not like your Aquaman 2 movie.
that's what everyone's acting
10
like.
Out of 10.
Literally,
I mean,
this one.
When
But
is Warner Brothers gonna grow up and just be like, you know what, you can't do this kind of thing?
That's
we're
another
gonna have
show I
do
need to
this.
catch up on is The Walking Dead, because that's about to wrap up too.
I didn't even know it was still going.
Then they announced something I don't know much, but I think it's Milestone Media, and it's just we're getting new comics essentially. It's gonna be like the next generation of DC Comics.
Yeah.
So there was a few announcements like that. There were some cool things too. It made me want to go out and buy a comic, and that would be another thing for me to waste my money on. So after that though, they announced the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. I just showed Win the trailer for that. It looks cool. It's gonna be like 4-player. I guess
Co-op.
I could see some maybe talking the guys into getting that, or the Gotham Knights one. I could see the Gotham Knights one more, but maybe, who knows? The games might just be trash. I'm not really holding out, because they tried to do something like that before. It was like Gotham Imposters. It was like strictly
Co-op?
It was like strictly multiplayer. That was really weird, but it was fun. I couldn't get into it, so it could be hit or miss. I think both the games could be, but we'll see.
I bet you it's canon.
I'm intrigued where this is. It canon? Like where does this stand in the video game universe, at least? Because like you've got Injustice.
It's not in the Injustice.
I wouldn't think it's in the Injustice. Could be. It honestly could be. It could be in the Arkham Knight, like the Arkham City games. Like,
is this a totally different world?
I think so, but it could be in one of those. I'm sure they may allude to being in one of them or none of them. So we'll see.
Let's pull up the Flash trailer. That's what I'm really curious about.
Okay, yeah, let's do that in live action. Give me a sec. So after that, though, they did talk about Peacemaker, but we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. And if you want to see our Peacemaker trailer react, go check that out. It should be up by now, maybe not. Who knows? But we're gonna watch the Flash little teaser trailer. It's kind of short, so we'll just check it out.
I haven't seen it, by the way, so
I'm excited.
it is my first react of this. The Flash. You know what? I will say, at least they didn't hire Timothy Chalamet as the Flash. Oh, whoa.
Ezra Miller here.
This is so weird.
Like this. We're very excited.
I don't know why
to
they
show
did.
you the movie.
Ezra.
And we can't still making it. We wanted to show you a teaser, but we can't.
But then they show us a teaser.
We don't have enough material to make a teaser yet. We can't make a trailer. But we do have this small sneak peek that my maestro Andy and I have put together that we really hope you enjoy. And I will see you in theaters.
Oh yeah, it's Andy whatever who directed it.
Hold on, why is he not so excited? He
I
seems
know.
so tired.
Tell me something.
Ah, whoa.
Anywhere you want.
Is it two different?
There's 2 Ezras.
Any timeline.
Wait, is
Any
this?
universe.
Is
I
this
don't
Birdman
know.
himself?
Well, it sounded like Affleck to me.
No, Affleck has a deeper voice.
Reverse Flash.
That's Reverse Flash?
I think that was yellow, wasn't it?
I think it was red.
I am colorblind. It looked yellow to me.
You change the future. And you change the past.
It looks so goofy.
Okay, yeah, that looks weird.
Oh, that looks so good though.
I don't know, man.
No, I love it.
It's
I like
all glowy. I don't get it. Whoa, is that what's his name? Birdman.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah, the little burner they put at the end's pretty.
And his Batmobile. Doesn't look like it though. No, it is. It's most
We
definitely
won't
is.
know.
Cool.
In production. Yeah. That's the Flash trailer though. It's or
I don't
teaser.
like Ezra Miller.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're gonna change his character from Snyder Cut though, and like I was finally okay with Ezra Miller as the Flash, and I'm sure the tone for it's gonna be different.
It looks like he's different in this one because there was the version of from Batman v Superman behind him.
Yeah, there's 2 different. So I don't know.
Wow.
We shall see. And it's cool. The other version has his Flash suit is just a spray painted Batman suit. So this movie, I just don't know what to think. I like the glowy Flash suit personally. I think when he runs, that'll look super cool.
Yeah.
I can see people's discrepancies with it, but I really like it.
You said the director for this was
Andy Muschietti? I think it's an M.
It's not the same. Oh, never mind. I thought it was the same guy that did Shazam.
No, that was
David Sandberg,
yes.
the guy who made Lights Out.
Yes, they love hiring their horror directors for these for some reason, which is
Maybe cheaper.
yeah.
Could bully them more, maybe. Warner Brothers are bullies.
But yeah, it looks interesting. The Flash. I mean, I think that was Reverse Flash.
I'm probably gonna forget about this movie in about 2 hours.
Fair enough. I mean, they didn't show much. It was like we don't know the plot really, so it'll be cool to see the Batmans, I guess.
I saw Supergirl in
Yes, Supergirl was in it.
that. Wow.
And it was funny. So they showed concept or fan art, right, of just people's stuff. They had in like intermission type things, and so we haven't seen her as Supergirl yet until now. Besides the set photos,
Yeah.
so it was a picture straight from a set photo that someone drew, all artsy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so they're acknowledging that these set photos came out. I'm like, that just felt really weird. I'm like, so technically no one's supposed to have seen that yet, but you're going to put it out there. And this hadn't even played yet.
Well, the thing is, it's different with Warner Brothers. For some reason, they just don't shoot the people that make the photos.
Well, they
like
don't
Marvel
have
does.
They don't have that Disney money.
No, I guess
backing
not.
them up. So is that yellow? Cuz
No, it looks like it's red. Yeah, it's red. It's the glowy one. It's the same one.
is it?
Yeah.
I think that's
red.
yellow.
No, that's red.
I genuinely think that's yellow, and it would
That's
make
a darker hue. It's definitely red.
I think it's yellow.
No, the yellow is the glowy stuff.
Well, and
It doesn't make sense if it's...
it would because he's right outside.
No, the color grading wouldn't make sense. Look, everything else in the background is
That's
yellow. That's not yellow. What he's wearing is not yellow. The glowy stuff is yellow.
I'm aware, but maybe it's like a darker yellow.
No, yellow doesn't darken like that. It's a different ratio.
It's yellow.
Jesus
Look
Christ.
at that. Look at the light shining right there. I'm going to just look it up. But after they announced
Damn it.
a cute like animated show. It's
Aquaman and something.
no, that I forgot about that one. I think that's supposed to come out this year.
It came out already.
Or it already came out, yeah. But they announced the Superman and Friends, I think, show, and it's Superman, Lois, and Jimmy.
Yeah.
And it looks so cute. Actually, I like how they designed Lois. She's got like short hair, and that's Jimmy, and it looks cool. And they did a thing with the 20th anniversary of Smallville. It made me want to watch Smallville. And then they announced a new slogan for the Man of Steel, which is "Truth, Justice, and a Better Tomorrow," which I like.
Yeah. Power to you.
And then they announced the. I'm gonna combine two things, but you've watched these, so maybe you'll give more insight. I think you have. Doom Patrol and Teen Titans both got renewed for season 4.
No.
I
Well,
mean,
Doom Patrol I can understand. Doom Patrol is actually decent, but like Titans? Did you say Titans?
yes.
No. Stop.
Hey man, I mean, I want to watch them.
Anyways, what else it got renewed?
They talked about the DC League of Super Pets movie that they're doing, starring The Rock and Kevin Hart, and they played a little clip for it. It'll be weird. And they also announced one, jumping ahead again. They called one, I think it's Bat Wheels.
Yeah.
It looks like Cars, but Batman. I'm like, okay.
I just want to say something about DC real quick. How the fuck is Harley Quinn, that cartoon show, better than Titans? It's so much better.
Well,
Down to like the nitty gritty shit.
they just
Titans sucks. It's such an awful show. They did Red Hood wrong.
They did do Red
that
Hood wrong.
goofy ass little dude named that's supposed to be Robin is fucking stupid. He's not menacing. He looks like a whiny rich kid.
Are you talking about Damien? Not
Yes.
Damien. No, is that Damien?
No, it's Damien. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it right. I'm not talking about
Because there's Dick.
Dick. Yeah.
Didn't they kill one of the Robins off?
That was supposed to be Damien.
I know Damien died and he got put in the Lazarus pit. But then was it Tim Drake? Was there one? I swear there was they had another Robin in the title.
I think you're right.
And they killed him off. I think
you're right.
I don't remember.
I think you're right. I think it
Look at me, haven't even seen the show. Instagram treats me so well with those spoilers. I know Dick got shot in the neck. Spoiler. Yeah, Doom Patrol got announced. The DC League of Super Pets, The Flash. We already talked about it. Have you heard of this? The Sandman. There's gonna be a Netflix show.
Yeah.
They showed Gwendolyn Christie as Lucifer, which looks interesting. I'll probably watch that show. I don't know much about the Sandman. It's always
seen Lucifer. Wow.
Whatever. But I'm excited for it. Have no idea what it is, so it's a comic I've never touched or anything, but the concept from what I've heard is pretty cool, so probably will check that out. The Injustice movie, they talked about that. Was hoping for an Injustice 3 reveal. Didn't get it.
Then you say like Injustice had a bad reviews for it.
The movie, yeah, they were really hyping it up though. So actually, probably I wouldn't be surprised the day if this comes out on a Wednesday, which it might. Who knows? This will be the day after it comes out, actually. So maybe we'll have seen it by now, and we can. It looks bad. I'm not gonna lie. I just, from the pacing that it looks like they're trying to give it, I don't see how they're gonna fit that in under an hour 40. Probably, like, there's no way. And it looks like they're leaning very heavily into the comic, and I just, oh well. Then they talked about Blue Beetle. They teased his costume. It looks awesome, but they don't have anything shot. We have the Blue Beetle casted, your directors and writers. They hyped up the movie, and that was it. But
so they haven't done anything yet.
No.
Wow.
But it looks cool.
DC has like a weird, or Warner Brothers, or one of them has like this weird, has this weird PR method where they show something, and it's like, yeah, this will be, we'll be in production for this, and then like later on there might be like, well, we can't really do it because like the
I know,
actor
right?
has something else to do or something.
I
like
think
that.
recently that they've kind of cleaned up the stuff that they aren't gonna do anymore. Because like New Gods was one of them, which they still I don't think have officially canceled.
I think before they start doing anything, they should have at least like a ground or like they know what they're doing.
Like Robert Pattinson's
just
Batman.
like slow down a little bit because like now I don't even know where Batman is supposed to be in because like now
We're gonna see
Black
3
Adam,
different
and
Batmans
then
next
we're
year.
supposed to have Shazam, and then we're supposed to have the Flash, and like now it's just like at this point it's not even a DCEU anymore, but whatever. Or
Sure it is.
Snyderverse.
Sure it is.
I guess whatever.
They talked about the DC's Monkey Prince, which I had never heard of. Looks interesting. He sounds
King Julian.
he looks ridiculously overpowered, like from what they were talking about. But his new comic is coming out next year. Gotham Knights, the confirmed villain is the Court of Owls, which is another co-op game, and it looks so good. It's straight after Arkham Knight.
It's a picture of that. Bruce Wayne is dead or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happened in Arkham Knight, and I'm excited.
It's
I
also
love
what
these
happened
games.
in like that Riddler movie. No. What is that movie with the Riddler in it, but he changed his name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's an animated one. But I
God,
saw
what
that
is it? Is it It was Hush, wasn't
one.
it?
Yeah, Hush.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I did like that one. They talked about Batwoman. That's a D. Have you? There's no way you've watched Batwoman.
Batwoman the show?
Yeah. I just do
live
not.
action?
Yes.
Probably not.
I was about to say there's no because Wynn said he had watched them all. I was like, there's no way that it had
Whatever's
Ruby,
available on HBO Max.
it had Ruby Rose originally.
No. Okay. Yes, I did refuse to watch that one actually. That was a choice. I knew that one sucked. I knew that people were talking about how bad it was, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna avoid this. Everything else that's like, you know what, I can see why this could be like
Yeah.
interpreted as bad, but I knew immediately. Like, I saw the trailer for Ruby Rose's Batwoman, and I just didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, no, nothing wrong with like the Batwoman thing. It's just, God, I know that was gonna be poorly written.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they showed some clips and stuff, and I haven't seen any of it, but it looks like this most recent season they showed some of the stuff. Mad Hatter and Poison Ivy are apparently going to be in this season. The Batwing, who's Lucius Fox's son, is like in the show already. I might pick it up at season 3 and forget the first 2 seasons.
Isn't there another thing where there is a Batwing? Oh yeah, no, that's only. Never mind. I only saw, I think the costume design for that like a while ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, Batwing is it mine? It's a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a motorcycle helmet.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it looks bad, but I'm like, I might. We'll see. If I finish The Flash and like Supergirl and all those, and maybe I'll get in the mood for it. Well, I doubt it though.
Yeah, I like their animated better than the live action
No,
shows.
absolutely.
Because like even Red Hood, man, he looks goofy as
Like
hell.
it's like they just couldn't do any better.
Like, why can't you didn't even need to add the features like the fucking nose. They like just have a smooth face.
It's too big is my issue. Like,
Yeah,
it
that
looks
too.
good, but it's too big.
No, I hate the nose, man.
Then they kind of touched on the animated side, so
Okay,
here you
cool.
go. So
Yeah.
they announced their movies for the next year. There's a Catwoman Hunted movie
Cool.
where she robs like the most expensive jewel ever, and then a bunch of people come after her, and it's got Batwoman in it, so it looks
Cool.
interesting. Then they have Constantine: The House of Mystery.
Okay.
I think
cool.
it's just a short.
I love Constantine in that one movie with Superman and Supergirl. I don't remember what that was.
That
It's an
was-
animated one.
wasn't war. It was.
It was something with war. Yeah.
It was Gods and Demons. Something like that. I remember which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then they're doing another Teen Titans Go movie. They're doing Teen Titans Go and DC Superhero Girls, which I think is a separate show, like kids show. So that should be interesting. I love the Teen Titans Go stuff because it's so aware of what it is and it's funny. So, let's see. There's a Green Lantern Beware My Power. Battle of the Super Sons. And then they're doing a Batman The Long Halloween Deluxe Edition, which I guess is they're just putting what came out this year into 4K apparently. So
Okay. Wow.
So there's a few next year. I'm not honestly excited about any of those.
I just
per
want to see
se.
Injustice, the animated one,
Yeah.
because like
Also-
you have to buy that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The Joker for Injustice, it looks weird, like really weird. And then animated, they talked about DC Legends of Tomorrow and how they're about to have their 100th episode, and they did this cute little
They
thing.
still do the Legends of Tomorrow.
Yep. They were like, oh, yeah, our 100th episode's coming up. Here's a clip from each of the 100 episodes. And it was cool. Made me
That already ended.
miss the show because it was.
Is Brandon Ruth still in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was always a show that, like, it was just weird. And they kind of did whatever they want.
Yeah.
And
They did.
they could just go wherever. Like, there was a puppet episode apparently because I saw it in the little clip thing. I was like, that looks interesting. I mean, I didn't know they did that, but they did announce. This one's pretty cool. They announced a Batman podcast storytelling thing. And I think Winston Duke is Batman. It's gonna be on Spotify. I mean, I don't know. I might listen to it if I remember it comes out. Then they talked about Batgirl. It was again like the Blue Beetle thing where they're like, "Oh, hyping up our movie. It's gonna be cool, whatever." And they're like, "I just want." And then not Gina Rodriguez. What's her name? Leslie Grace. Yeah, she was like, "Am I gonna have red hair?" And they're like, "Yes, we'll confirm you have red hair." I'm like, "Cool, thanks."
Does Disney do they do this? No, they don't. They do it differently, don't they? They have Kevin Feige in the front, and he just talks.
Yeah, well, that'll be next month.
Wow.
Coming up. Titans for season 4. They showed a little teaser for the Harley Quinn thing. Their next season got announced for that as well. And then this one I'm probably most excited about. I told this when off camera. They're doing like an animated thing called Batman the Caped Crusader.
Yeah.
And it's got Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams, Bruce Timm, and James Tucker. And it's like, it's going to apparently be very similar to the original animated series, but more adult, because they're like, well, we couldn't do these things back in the 90s because they wanted this, that, and this. But here we have free reigns and we can do whatever we want. And they showed a little like pilot clip almost that they did in black and white, and it looked cool. And like, so I'm really excited for that. I don't think there's a release date or anything for like any of this except the movie. So then they talked about the Mcfarland Toys. That's something I kind of care about because, I mean, I got a couple around here. But nothing really. They were like big statues. And I'm like, I ain't shelling out $100. I'll do 20, but no. They talked about...
You'll probably do it one day.
Probably will when I have more money. Then they talked about Young Justice. Season 4 looks cool. I need to watch the first 3 seasons. They announced also afterwards, they announced 2 new HBO Max like original things. They have DMZ, which is like it's going to be a 4-part series, and it's got Rosario Dawson, and it's based on some comic. I have no idea what it is. It looks interesting. Probably won't watch it. When might I can see you. From the
What is it called?
It's a demilitarized zone, DMZ, but like it's like there's like gangs in like the area, and like there's I don't know. It looks interesting. I could definitely see you watching it, not knowing it's even a DC thing, unless they advertise it as it is one. But they also announced one called Naomi, and I don't know what it is at all. So it's another DC thing. And
Unrelated related DC thing is always like the better ones.
Yeah, DMZ actually looks kind of interesting from like at least the clip, like the behind the scenes stuff they showed. So, and Naomi, it's another CW thing, so like quality is going to be something. Then they talked about Shazam Fury of the Gods. They showed some behind the scenes stuff. It looks weird. There's going to be like dragons and stuff. Shazam Fury of the Gods. That one comes out 2023, so there is only 4 things.
Is this an animated? What is
No,
this?
it's second movie.
Wow, David Sandberg. I'm assuming it's you again, but
Yeah.
like, damn.
Then they talked about Wonder Woman and her 80th anniversary. They announced some new comics. Patty Jenkins confirmed Wonder Woman 3 is in the works. I don't think she confirmed she was directing. I hope not.
I hope not. Yeah, we hope not. Give it to someone else.
I think she's writing it. And then they talked about the last two things they did were Sweet Tooth, which I forgot was DC. I knew that at one point, but the Netflix. Did you ever watch it?
What's a Sweet Tooth?
I guess not. It's some weird DC comic about like kids that are hybrids. It's this kid who's got like antlers and weird ears.
I don't remember that.
I apparently it was kind of good. I'm surprised that didn't come up on your radar. So there you go. Write that down. Sweet Tooth. Write it down. Watch it. Live it. Love it. Apparently that's getting a season 2. They announced a bunch of new seasons.
Are you telling me because you watched it, or are you telling me because you think?
No, just like I had like a lot of people say like, "Have you watched Sweet Tooth yet?" Like whenever it came out. So, and before we got to the big finale of the Batman trailer, something Batman related, which I forgot this was also a thing at all. Do you remember that there was a Pennyworth show, Alfred? Yeah, it's getting a season 3, and apparently there's going to be like a 5-year time jump. So like this might become canon and Thomas and Martha Wayne are in it. So it might become like canon in one of the universes they have going, which would be kind of cool. So, and it's going to straight to HBO Max. It was, I think, on Stars. I think it was on something I didn't have. So
probably, yeah, Stars or like one of those like really expensive ones. Like.
Yeah. So that's got its own thing now. Apparently, like I said, there's going to be a time jump. So maybe we'll see a little baby Bruce Wayne. That'd be cool.
Like Gotham already?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is this going to like go into Gotham? Is it gonna be like this is Affleck's Batman? Is this gonna be it? They could go any which way, and it'd be cool to connect it and come full circle at the end of the show.
Ruin it and make it into like Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Pennyworth show, and I haven't heard good or bad, so I can't say anything. So I was intrigued by it because I mean, Alfred is like an underrated character, so I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
It's surprising that he got a show in the first place. And then they wrapped it up with the Batman trailer. We have a trailer react for hopefully Peacemaker and Batman up on the channel, so go check those out. Subscribe for stuff like that. But that was DC Fandome. What did you, I mean, you didn't watch. I watched it.
No,
but
didn't watch it.
What do you think of stuff like this? Are you gonna watch Disney's thing? What was it called? Like D12 or
I think so.
Yeah,
D12 or Disney something. I don't
yeah,
remember.
Disney Investors Day or whatever it is.
Oh, is it Investors Day? I thought it was.
I don't know.
Thought it was the summer.
I thought they were the same thing. So
yeah.
Disney
like
Day
this?
though. Do you think you're gonna watch that?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't really like to watch this kind of announcement.
I kind of see that. I watched these for the past, I guess, DC Fandome, the first one and this one, but like the Disney Investor stuff, I think I've watched for the past like 2 or 3 years, and it's always just cool. It's, I don't know, it feels like it's kind of behind the curtain, but not really. But it like you get connection with it, so I always liked it. And I will say, just specifically on DC Fandome, I think it was a great like, I guess, show altogether. Like it was so much better than it was last year, and I thought last year was really good too, because they talked about comics that I'd never heard of, but I was super interested in the same thing this year. But this one felt more like, okay, we've been through the pandemic now, and we're still gonna have it shot like that, but it's more streamlined, and it felt good. There wasn't like technical difficulties, and like there wasn't any weird stuff. Like they played a game of werewolf with like the cast of Wonder Woman 84, I think, last year, and it was funny and cute to see. But it was over, like, so there's one person's a werewolf. Yeah. You wake up and
Andrew Garfield, right?
Yeah. But they played that like over Zoom, and it was just so weird. I think it was, and I think the host was someone from Achievement Hunter.
Oh,
which was, again, I was like, is that Fiona? What? From Achievement Hunter? Why? But they're owned by Warner. So, but I was like, still weird to give them the gig. That's the first person you could come up with.
yeah, I don't like anything like this. I don't know. They're always like, to me, they're more of like investors. Look what we have. Give us money.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, but I like it. It's as a fan, it does this. I will say this one this year felt more like a fan experience than it did last year. When last year felt very just like, what are we doing? But we're gonna announce stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if it approves again next year, because maybe this might turn into like a whole expo thing that they do, or whenever people can actually go out. So that'd be cool.
I like what Disney does. Well, they're like, I think they have like people invited over and stuff like that. Disney Expo.
They do a lot of stuff. Like they did a lot of like cosplay stuff. They did winners. Yeah, Jim Lee. Wow. He did this cool thing over, I think it was Twitter, but he posted like 12 different images, and he was like, these all go together somehow. And it ended up being the Crisis on Infinite Earths like comic book cover, but it was not, each section was like, one was Pattinson's Batman, one was, and it was each in a different art style, and one was like Stargirl, and it looked super cool. So that was cool to see. And I think they did like an art contest with that. So, and that didn't feel like weird in the show. So again, DC Fandome, good job. I'm excited for next year. What would they be announcing next year? Any final thoughts for DC Fandome? I know you didn't watch it, but I already kind of gave mine.
DC Fandome, I'm sure fans love it. For guys like me, I'm not as excited. I like to be surprised when it comes to like movies coming out. I don't like anything like, I don't like seeing anything anymore, because I feel like when I get into a movie, I'm just expecting it. I just kind of sit down now with movies, especially if it's like a spoiled one for me. I just kind of sit there and just expect.
About Halloween.
DC Fandome, cool. In concept, I guess. I don't know. Did they get a lot of viewers?
I have no clue. That's actually something to look up. They did do a bunch of like, it was weird. They did like merch drops throughout the show, like based on what was premiering at that time. So like at the end, they're like, we just dropped our Batman stuff. Go check it out. Like,
leave a like and subscribe.
So I don't know. And they even did a weird thing. So, like on Instagram Live, they have the like, you can do hearts on lives. They did that with like emojis of like DC superheroes. I'm like, why do you have this? Everybody's just going to turn it off. But no, people were definitely using it. But that's been our Continuity Crew podcast on DC Fandome. A bunch of exciting announcements. Anything that piqued your interest the most? Batman, okay. Yeah, go watch a trailer act where he's like, I'm not excited for this.
It piqued my interest.
Whatever.
It did.
It's all for the camera. And back to what I was saying though, this is yellow. I'll pick up the laptop and see that it's red in a second. But anyways, that's been our 7th episode of the Continuity Crew podcast. We've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Flash.
That's when. And as always, thank y'all for watching. Like if you enjoyed, comment down below. What are you excited for that got announced at DC Fandome?
Black Adam.
Subscribe if you want to see more like this. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one. We love movies. We love y'all. And we'll see y'all in the next one. I already said that. All right. Let me pick up this laptop real quick.